Hello everyone, this is Cookies, and I've got turn 83 of Skids. Oh, and it's begun. I will say, I love good aggressive play, but this might be a turn or two early. Okay, alright, let's read the messages. I may have forgotten the last turn that I had a bajillion gems being carried around by that guy. Yeah, I I forget if he ended up dying. I think he did. If so, that's sad. From two turns ago, 2 turns until things go boom. I presume he's talking about a war with Mekone, unless of course someone starts something else before that. And this is why I think it would have been good if Xibalba waited 2 to 3 turns. Or at least one more, because then more stuff would have been out of position. Berytos army would be closer to Hinnom's cap. Would be closer to fighting Mekone and have more stuff on that border. And so I'm wondering if he's pulling the trigger just a little bit too early. There's too many free agents in the game. But let's see how it goes. Also, having all this land and only having 10 water income is sadness. I need more burbs. Yeah, those Anzus are really good. Alright. And then we've got Xibalba. Well, I managed to coax Fomoria, my former ally, into attacking the last Marverni fort to destroy their dominion. Well, shocker for you guys, it's not their last fort. I'm gonna eat a lot of Evos, especially that darn Flames from the Sky on steroids, but I'm going for 2 of the thrones this turn. Now, notably, we just recently had the patch come out that updated remote spells to target largest army. So this time, if he gets hit with 150 fire gems worth of Flames from the Sky, it's not going to target the 1 caveman garrison, it's going to hit his army. I don't think they can threaten anyone, or any one of my thrones, and I hope Barry can only contest one of my attacks. Alright, I think this is too soon, and now I'm worried it's going to fail, but let's see how it goes. So in Llama, the golems are back, doing what they do. Alright, they're gem baiting this army, which has reloads available. Assuming the army sticks around. It's just Wailing Winds. We don't have Dance of the Morgans scripted. And I guess Storm. Oh, we've got a Gore-Tide. Those are tough to deal with, but with enough mage support, doing a lot of lightning, maybe they can force their way through it. I missed. Is there another one? Oh, it's a Mind Slime. These guys are surprisingly tough. They've got the damage reversal, a bunch of weakness, tentacles, they're ethereal, they've got invisible, so they're really hard to hit. I forget, does this does not have Spirit Sight. So that could take a little while. They'll have to evocate it down. But I'm assuming they will kill it, and we'll know it's dead when all this stuff starts coming down here. Yeah. Oh, big disintegrate. Alright. So just a small gem bait. Honestly, not that bad. And they kill a few things. They killed the scout, though. Oh, no. The scout? With the gem reload? Oh, no. Alright, so that's 5. 11, 16, and 22 gems in an endless bag of wine off of that scout. This is exactly why you have them hide under the army. All right. But yeah, people don't want to forget the scout, so they control group it in. And then sometimes people forget to control group it in, and then they forget to move it. But if you can, try to build the habit of moving both the scouts and the army. All right. And then in the mercs, all right, we've got a big army along with Furcus. Oh, this is Magoth. Chainmail displacement, he's got a whip at command. Now, a whip of command is inspirational -2. Taskmaster +3. So is he leading these guys? He's not. This guy is, I presume. Oh, although maybe the weapon command leads some of this stuff. And well, these lizards are not slaves. Okay. +2, and this is -2. So is that like net 0? Okay, so he is leading a lot of this stuff. Led by Beastmaster. Okay, so the Scorpions have the Beastmaster. Now, if they're not blessed, you don't get all the Blood Vengeance stuff. So hopefully he'll bless them in upcoming fights. I mean, they're pretty strong on their own, but maybe not Dance of the Morrigan's strong. I was shocked that Dance of the Morrigan's trap killed that Mekone army, and this could run into a similar issue. Scatley's Swamps. All right, let me get the colored squares and round counter. Have a bunch of barbs. I don't think it's enough, though. Oh, maybe. Huh, good on them. Sent the vampire home. In Un? 1? However you want to pronounce it. We got Griffins. We got a Mound King raid. Alright, not bad. 5 Xibalba Warriors is perfectly fine. We have a Beast Bat raid. Yeah, these guys on their own, generally not the best combatants. They've got really good MR. Their attack skill, defense skill are okay, but their protection is really bad. So if they get hit, they really get chunked, but at least they've got 24 hit points. It's just EA tends to have a lot of sacred troops. So these guys unblessed against maybe like a party of Colossi warriors or something might have a hard time. All right, 2 of them die even against 6 PD. So, and then, yeah, that was here. And then in Pania, got another Xibalba raid. I don't think we have to watch that one. In Felden Forest, got some Pegasus guys going after a few Storm Demons. But they sniped the leader, and if you saw that Blood Vengeance check fly across. So here, I'll show it. There we go. So, rip. I mean, it was a good squad, just a little bit unlucky. All right, and Shambolic. We have a Death 3. It's gonna try and skelly spam through this PD. Oh, and they got the mage. Lucky Slinger Bolt. Yeah, these raids have been real unlucky. And that guy was not twice born, if I remember right. Probably too many other uses for death gems right now. Alright. And then I think Llama's up next. Alright, so this is Wind of Death. Against corpse constructs, doesn't do anything because they're undead. Against draconians, can be pretty effective. And against unmarked could be effective. So, let's see, what's the MR? 13 MR. Draconians, though, generally pretty high MR. You're seeing that and how they're holding up better than the Sacreds, just slightly. One way to attempt to prevent this is you could script up some turn 1 evocations. For me personally, I learned that trick from Zan's channel. Was that guy not returning? Oh, he's twice born, but he's going to lose the gear. Alright, so this was somewhat pricey. So 10 pearls, 5 nature, 10 death, 16 death, but does at least get the mage back as a white mage. Kills 20 draconians. Ooh, got a Numidian Sork. And kills 0 of the unmarked. I just want to see one more time. Does their bless help stop that? I think disease resist might help them. So I think what happens is they'll age a lot. Yeah, so this guy is aging quite a bit. No! I wanted to catch it right at the end. So yeah, maybe they weren't quite going over their max age, but I think they were close. And I think disease resist might have helped prevent them from dying. But yeah, was it worth it? We had gem baited too. So there's a net loss to both parties in some respects. Yeah, I think barely, mostly because he got the Numidian Sork. It was a pretty valuable bat that went in there. In Golem Rod, ooh, you have a pack of Demon Knights and Long Dead Horsemen. So I think what he's doing here is he's putting the Mekone fort under siege so that it takes an extra turn for Mekone to put his fort under siege and try to crack it. All right, and then we've got, oh, Furcus ought to be able to kill this. Yeah. And she's just doing little point buffs. Although Furcus needs to get in there before he might HP her out. Hopefully it's not too much stuff. Alright. I don't know if he was expecting to find an army here. Because he definitely could have just gone on attack largest and probably killed the Titan. I guess she burns to death. Okay. I mean, that's one way to do it. Let's see. So that was Marverni trying to sally out in Wold. And credit to Marverni for still being an active player. Love to see it. I don't know if he went AI at some point, though. We can check, but I believe he's still a player. Alright, yeah, Blessed Beast Bats doing a lot better with this big bless, especially with the Blood Vengeance. They get the big stat boost when one of them dies. So I think maybe none of them died there. Nice. In Swinland, big block of Long Dead Cav. Okay. In Shadowglade, we've got Oriax, the Hell Sword. Boots of Quickness, pretty bougie kit, honestly. Here's the Hell Sword. 25, 35, 45, 55, 59 gems, a few blood slaves. The chassis is not the cheapest. Let's see what his buff script is. Frozen Heart, Breath of Winter. So maybe something that the AI didn't want to cast there. In Gilgad. Alright, so we have a pack of Frost Demons, Storm Demons, Fiends of Darkness, Devils, some Serpent Fiends. So these 4 all come from Ritual of the 5 Gates. The other 5 are the Demon Knights in the other party. And then these are Serpent Fiends. They're summoned separately. We've got a Grey Enchantress here, a whole bunch of Sacred Scorpions. We had some friendly fire there. Kills 5 of the Serpent Fiends. Turtle Glades. Is this gonna be enough? Yeah, it should be. These guys don't have the... Oh, they do have the range. Could be close. I think they shot the Reinvigoration Slave. Alright, he wins that one. Yeah, alright, now Storming Marverni. Oh, we've got... You put a Gate Cleaver on this one. Alright. That... she could one-shot Furcus. And she's got some bodyguards. That's a, well, 69 damage. She'd need a pretty good roll to one-shot him. Certainly not safe. "26 protection." Eagles do hit kind of hard. And they're probably critical hitting, because Furcus is passed out. Yeah. I think you just send in a normal group and you just clear this. I think this was getting too fancy. Alright. Although I do love the idea of a budget storm, but I think Furcus would have done a lot better just doing like fire shield attack, considering the kit he had. Then any sort of firestorm play. That said, though, Marverni's storming this fort. We do not get Wailing Winds because Xibalba gem baited that. Although, no, wait, we have the monthly gem burn mod on, so we should. Oh, that Sork died. Oh. I mean, Fomoria should still win, but that's a pretty consequential kill. Okay. Alright, Fomoria takes it. Which is brute force. Loses 64 corpse constructs, which is fine. They're pretty easy to replace. And 5 draconians. Kills most of what Marverni had left in Avoca. Got an Earth Gnome taking on 1 PD. And gets hit by Javelin and does not enjoy. Plane of Memories. You got vampires attacking. There's a Bone Reader here. And an Enkidu Shaman, but the PD is pretty bad. There goes the leadership. Okay. I mean, those losses aren't fun for her, but if anyone can absorb them, it's probably her. Okay, so let's check out this Throne Rush. We still have a bunch of Aussies in Lanka. And I'm going to be real, I'm not sure why they're here. I feel like they should be somewhere over here. Now, this Berytos army got further away this turn, so it's a province away from Hinnom. So maybe 2 turns away. This did get cracked this turn, which is pretty big for Xibalba. So Berytos is going to have to magic phase in reinforcements and maybe do Flames from the Sky as a magic phase response. And we'll see how that goes. So if he storms, this army could get here. It might be far enough away. I mean, but the Golden Lion is here. So all this stuff could try to make a defense on Sitha. And then he's also making an effort for Kasevik Highlands. Just like Stonetroll did. Now, where are the Fomorian armies? Now, if anyone could cloud trapeze a bunch of stuff in, it's probably Fomoria in terms of mages. But getting troops there is a little bit more challenging because you need high astral to move around troops in the magic phase. So we'll just have to see if he's got a big enough garrison here. Now, also, he has this army in Llama that can try and potentially come and knock Fomoria off, or knocks Xibalba off of this. I'm not sure if he has a scout here to see the big Mercs army. So we'll have to see. But yeah, we're in full swing. It can work. I'm worried it won't work. If he had waited maybe one more turn. Although then this army might... They could storm and get a lab. So maybe that... I mean, maybe that's going to end up being better timing. Another thing this army could do is it can move through Scatly Swamps and try to take World's Teeth Mountains, which is not well defended. And Berytos knows that, because he just took Avoca this turn. Or no, or he's got Avoca, so he sees the garrison here. So this army could try to come up to World's Teeth. So if they go here, let's say he does some sort of all-in defense at Sitha, a bunch of flames from the sky. Maybe he holds this, but let's say he didn't. And then it would be claiming and he'd be cracking this. So he would have to fly ahead. So maybe the Melkarts and the Storm Demons, if they can map move far enough. You'd probably need flying. The Sheds and the Storm Demons could fly that distance. I'm not sure if they have if he has like a Flying Boots Melkart to be able to fly over to this to crack this, which would force Xibalba to try and all-in defend. That said, I don't think False God will do that. I think he'll try to come back to Hagoria. And hopefully he'll maybe he's got a gateway caster somewhere and he can try to gateway in. I mean, this is still a lot of Storm Demons. So maybe he can reach this in one turn. But yeah, and then meanwhile, we've just got this big army in Pronda. Mekone's under siege, so we've definitely got better planning this time. You can see the enchantments here. Where's the other one? Not there. Who else got... All right, so we know that Citadel did. Maybe he hasn't yet cast the second set of iron walls, but we've definitely got it on this one. So 3,500 wall integrity, plus they have to break out of this fort. That was an extremely good play, doing that nap break. And yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just have to see if he's able to take Sitha off of Berytos this turn. I presume he'll try and storm this turn. Everything from these provinces should be trying to get there. And then we'll see how that goes. Because there could be a second storm attempt. But if this army is map move 2, which the fire snakes might not be, but everything else might be. I mean, this, I think, is map move 20. This is flying, flying, flying. Giants. Crystal Sorks might have okay map move. So everything except maybe the fire snakes might be able to just get to Hagoria. So if the first attack bounces, Berytos might be able to respond and bounce the second attack with his main army. Not only that, but he could potentially get a bunch of Storm Demons and whatnot over there. Now the other question is, can he gateway in reinforcements We see the lion here. That could be tough to deal with, but Aussies are pretty killy. So yeah, we'll just have to see. In terms of graphs, provinces, Xibalba's up again. Fomoria is down a bit. We've got Mekone, Berytos in the middle. For forts, Xibalba, Berytos, Mekone. Income, way ahead. Xibalba, Mekone, Berytos. Gem income, Xibalba and followed by Mekone, Berytos, and Fomoria. For blood income, we've got Xibalba, Berytos, and Research, Berytos, Mekone, Fomoria, Xibalba. Xibalba just now passing Marverni, who hasn't been researching for, I don't know, probably 20 turns. 30 turns, maybe? A long time. But he's now passed him for a couple of turns now, trying to catch up to Fomoria. For Dominion, we've got Xibalba and I'm kind of curious, when did Berytos get this research? Back here? Not quite the midpoint of the game. Yeah, so this might be 30 turns. Because we're on like turn 87 or something. I forget. Okay. And then for army size, we've got way out in front, followed by Xibalba, Berytos, Mekone, and Fomoria. All right. So I think that's it for this one. And I will go ahead and see you guys next turn, where we see if I want to call it our third Throne Rush attempt, actually works. Normally players who Throne Rush get killed, but Xibalba was an exception here. Took a couple of turns to resettle, and we'll see if he pulls off this last piece that he needs, and he should be in position to claim it this time. So I imagine there's a decent chance maybe even his Pretender shows up to this. His Prophet shows up to this. I mean, we'll just have to see, but yeah, 110 Aussies is a pretty significant force. And I don't think we had a battle to be able to see what Xibalba scripted. Let's say it's Sitha. So yeah, I guess they just got on Sitha. Oh, do forts not get the standard 1 PD? I forget. Six. Oh, defense 0. Okay. Does Kirby have some 1 PD provinces? Well, definitely not Distant Horizon. 11 PD is a lot. I'm surprised the Xibalba put that much into it. Although you do get a little bit of unrest from blood hunting from that. So if you rotate somewhat frequently. Okay, so maybe, yeah, maybe False God just forgot to put PD back on his fort. Huh. I thought you got an automatic 1 PD, but maybe if it's cleared, then you don't necessarily get it. Yeah, because this has 1 PD and it just got taken. Okay, cool. Well, I'll go ahead and leave it there. And maybe we'll see Xibalba close it out this turn. Not gonna lie, kind of rooting for him a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Have a good one. Bye.